All right, so my thoughts on Joaquin Buckley right now are a little mixed. I want to give him credit for making it to the rankings in welterweight. He's definitely no slouch since he's fighting in the UFC. I just want to say that because a lot of people get on these MMA channels and they act like they're talking down on people who would beat them in a hand-to-hand fight. I'm just saying this from an analyst perspective that I think Joaquin definitely picked one of the perfect spots to enter the rankings because Vicente Luque has been on his way down for a while. Meanwhile, you have guys like Kevin Holland who are beneath him on the rankings who have beaten him because they both moved down to welterweight from middleweight. And you got a guy like Michael Venom Page who put on a masterclass against Kevin Holland, who's probably looking at Joaquin Buckley, and they might actually make that fight. Because I know Joaquin's looking for a fight. He might go up against Michael Venom Page, but I honestly would have Michael Venom Page doing that because although everyone was saying Michael is way older, he's still got a lot of tread in the tires when it comes to his fight game. He's got something worth showing in the UFC. And I honestly feel like he just run through Joaquin at this point. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Someone's got to win these fights. Someone's got to lose these fights. But he's right underneath Geoff Neal as of now, I believe. I'm not too sure. I know he beat the number 11. I think, yeah, isn't Geoff Neal? Yeah, I think Geoff Neal is number 10 or something like that. So he's right underneath Geoff Neal. I think that would be a good fight because Geoff Neal is definitely someone who would be a good fight for Joaquin. Just a competitive, tough dude match. Maybe Geoff wins that one. Who knows? Does he fight Wonderboy Thompson? I think Wonderboy's a little bit older. I don't know how that goes. Maybe. I mean, Wonderboy did just beat Kevin Holland, so I think maybe he could beat Joaquin Buckley also. But I don't know really how far Joaquin's going to make it. Should he face Sean Brady? Now, if you wanted to really make a statement and prove that you're not just fighting the guys who are on their way down or you're not skipping over people who have merit, then definitely I'd want to see Joaquin Buckley fight someone like Sean Brady. But Sean Brady, although he lost to Bilal Muhammad, he has definitely kind of shown that he's still got merit. The guys he's beaten and running through again are still have some game, and Sean's still that young dude who's definitely coming into his prime. That I feel like if Joaquin Buckley were to face down, I think Sean gets it done in probably like one round. But Joaquin really needs to step up his game if he's going to go up against one of these guys with like some actual tread in the tires. And that's that. I think that he's going to need to step up his game before. I'm not saying he can't do it, but when you actually look at who the welterweight rankings have right now, it looks like he's cornered from all ends. Doesn't mean he's not going to swing himself out of that corner. It just means he's got his hands full in this division. Welterweight's a lot more stacked than I think people realize. Could he go up against Colby Covington? Now that the Colby Covington versus Ian Gary fight's a lot in question, I think Joaquin should face Colby because I think Colby would underestimate Joaquin, and then Joaquin might beat Colby because right now Colby's got a lot of critics, and I cannot help but join those critics right now. But we have to make a choice with all of these options that we got going for him. So I think the most logical fight would definitely be Geoff Neal and Joaquin Buckley because Joaquin's looking for someone this summer, and Geoff Neal is looking to bounce back after a questionable decision against Ian Gary. I felt like there are a lot of arguments for Geoff Neal winning that fight. Geoff Neal did really well against Ian Gary. But that's the perfect matchup to make at welterweight. I just think that that's the fight to make right now because also Joaquin could also – that's a fight that just goes either way. Joaquin could probably win that one. And it was also another training camp where Joaquin can really step up his game, polish some tools, and get to work. So I think that's what I got. As for that, though, I really think Vicente Luque needs to hang it up. I think he's almost done. I think he needs to be past it a little bit. He's been losing a lot more than he's been winning, and he's reaching that point where the wheels are starting to come off on his car. He's not the same guy anymore. And it's sad because he was a veteran to such the welterweight division. And these times come for every athlete who enters into the UFC. Father Time still goes undefeated. And, yeah. But Geoff Neal versus Joaquin Buckley, that's my next pick. Let's go.